What is up, you guys? It's your boy T the Lost Prime, and yes, I have finally completed all the primes. I am so fucking excited, guys. Today I have for you Age of the Primes, Vector Prime. Yes, sir. And of course, we got the Deco from the Universe line. And, you know, I like it a little more than the Legacy, I'm not gonna lie to you, but I will get into this mold because my problem with this thing is that it is a remold that is not very, you can tell. I don't like remolds where you could tell heavily that it is remolded. I feel like with all the money that they spend on these things, it shouldn't be like that. But let's get into the spaceship mode. I do like the paint breakup on the front end with the silver and the gold right here. With the, it does have, it kind of reminds me of just like the sword on the front. There is ports, so you can put your mini cons on there. There's a mini con port right there, and they do have like this gimmicky port, but it does nothing. But I like this. It is cool for a little spaceship. It's a spaceship from right here. This is how you display it right here, because you don't want to look at that right there. So it's kind of, it is what it is. I like it in terms of what they were trying to do with it. Now this is just the legacy mold repainted. They literally changed absolute zero. Um, but it's cool. I like it a lot. But my favorite part is this fucking robot mode, dude. I don't think this actually might win my Voyager of the Year because this is my first time handling the mold, and I'm blown away at how posable this thing is. With how much counterweight it has, this figure is so damn posable. Guys, we'll get into it. I actually have a posing montage this time. So, without further ado, let's get into this transformation. Alright, so for this transformation, what you want to do is you want to take all the gimmicky shit off. He does come with a cyber key, which I like a lot. And of course, I would record this right after. We'll go for the sword first. Right after I do my fingernails. Anyway, pop that off with the sword. But first, you're going to start with these wings. You're going to fold them up, flip them up right here. They are double hinged, so you do get a quite a bit of articulation. Those flip up to be those become like the wings on the back end. And then I flip this piece up so these come untabbed, and then you can flip this up, and that's pretty much all you gotta do with that shit. But we'll get into that here in a second. Then you untab the feet so you can get the legs to pop all the way out like that. And then it will tab in here. You want to take the feet out first before that. You want to tab all that in here, and then you can unbuckle the feet, and these will just slide into place and tab in on the sides. They don't like to tab in very well on my copy. It does not hinder anything for real. My knee swivels and stuff work perfectly fine, but then you're gonna take the arms and you're gonna fold these up. Gotta get that out of the way. But I'm gonna fold these up and then fold them out, right? And then you want to take this piece and all of this will untab from the top. And then you want to take the head, pop it out. Okay, flip the top of the spaceship around 180 degrees, and then you want to bring that down and then bring all of this assembly back into place. And there is a little slot for his head to tab into. You know you'll do it right because everything will tab into place and be nice and solid. And then you want to flip this and tab this up here. Make sure you get that little snap. That is what that port's for, just for stability on that. But it is kind of gimmicky. It looks like it has a gimmick, but other than that, it's very simple. After that, you just pop these into place. You flip these tabs out. I will say these little doors, these little tab doors, they do seem to be a little loose on my copy, which is fine. Apparently, that is also a thing on the legacy one, so that's fine. And then bow. Guys, I am so blown away by this thing. It looks so fucking good. I cannot with this thing. But getting into this robot mode, I like this head sculpt a lot better than the original Vector Prime. I really do. I like the dark blue on the red eyes. It really makes the eyes pop out more. There is no light piping on this figure, which is fine. It also kind of like on the Scourge mold, the Studio Series Scourge. It gives it a, if you hit the light right here just right, it gives it kind of like a flamey orangish glow effect, but I like that a lot. This deep blue really fucking gets me because it has like a glittery sparkle to it, and it really helps break up that black in the middle of the chest. I also like these shoulder pads, how they weren't too overbearing with the paint. There are some more spots that they could have fucking painted, but you know, this is Hasbro we're talking about. But other than that, I like the breakup on this. This is really fucking nice. I I wouldn't have it any other way. Normally I'd be pissed because these aren't fucking painted, like they aren't painted on Liege, but I like that because I don't mind because the gold's right here and the toes are black, and then if you just kind of twist it ever so slightly, that is black. So you know the color breakup down here is also pretty good, which is way better than the Legacy. There is no color breakup down there. So, I mean, I'll take it, you know what I mean? But let's get into this articulation because this thing is posable as fuck. All right, so for this articulation, we got, you know, the standard articulation. The head looks up, not that much. It does look down more, which, from what I understand, the G axis head does have a little more of articulation up here, but it also looks left that far, right that far. Also, what you can do is you can untab it. I kind of don't fucking want to, but you can untab it slightly so you get a little more angling on the head. I don't know how well you guys can see that. All right, you get a little more angling on the head, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta untab it for that. But onto the shoulders, you get a full 360 on the shoulders. The wings do get in the way a little bit. You just move those out of the way, and then you're good to go. They do go up all the way. You can untab this and get some more shoulder articulation if you can get the pose hit just right. The shoulder pads they're pinned, so they do move pretty damn well out of your way. But the shoulder does go up all the way, and then it does go out so you can get those other poses. And then if you really wanted to, you can untab all this stuff and then kind of fold it back a little bit. I I've tweaked with it just enough. You do have over got that backwards knee, you know what I mean? But he does have the waist and he does have wrist rotation and he does have over 90 degrees at the elbow. So that is nice because he is a sword wielding bot. So also at the hips, they go up all the way, they go back that far. There are some issues right here with, I would say, clearance, but it does have a thigh rotation and have over 90 degrees at the knee, which is always nice. And of course, it goes all the way forward so you can get that broke knee effect. And then we also have the ankle tilt. And his toes do move forward and back based on the transformation, so he does hit fairly decent walking poses. But let's cue this fucking posing montage. Overall, I think this is a damn good figure. What I don't like about it is they could not shave the fucking hinges for the G axis fucking wings off, which I feel like we're two iterations in on this mold. Well, three if you count G-axis. You could trim those off, okay? Because it's also on the legacy. But overall, I think this is a very good figure. My only other gripe would be a little more paint, probably right here and in the crotch area, and probably a little bit on these arms. But other than that, guys, I'd give it a solid 9 out of 10. It would not win my Voyager of the Year. I will be putting that out here probably shortly because we're wrapping up on the end of the year. I don't think any other Voyagers take it for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and probably post that here soon. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Like, comment, subscribe, share, help a brother out. I appreciate it so much. Let's get on to the road to 2K. I appreciate you guys so much, and I'll catch y'all in the next one, man.